You people are the dregs of society, a collection of gangrenous parasites, and you are poo-poo head fart faces. Just letting you know. I'm your Roastmaster General, Joe, up in your grill, Lombardo. And let me introduce you now, Mr. Brook Dalton. Hey, so, you know, in a couple of weeks we're going to be doing the Cork Ballard Fiasco down the street. Yeah. December 16th, and you should all come down. It's going to be a good time, and I think you would all really like to see me there. Oh, we're also going to be doing a radio show next November 30th with, where's Lisa? Is she in the, there she is. Woo! And it's on pirate radio. It's illegal. 89.7.
Lisa, talk.
He's talking. All right, Heather. Let's see if he's going to go for somebody. Okay, so first, let's thank the Sportsman for letting us do this crazy. Jesse, our bartender, is also a nicest pusher. He's out in the bar area. And then after our little thing here, it's going to get kind of gnarly, I think. There will be a exorcism and a spiritual cleansing, I think, at some point. That was a joke. So, so we have, first to start things off, So after this night, friendships may be damaged, relationships ruined, and egos crushed. But remember, they're only words, and words can't hurt you. Unless you count the time my dad threw an Oxford dictionary in my face. That hurt really bad. But that being said, this is, I didn't say they're going to be good. They showed up. We're here for this little baby Sasquatch right here. Tonight we come together to honor the man we all know and love. But Matthew stayed home so Heather could come out and get fucking drunk again. She didn't hear it. She didn't hear it. So, no, seriously, we've come here to praise Mr. Brook Anthony Dalton. His initials describe his posture. Brook just turned 40, and I've known Brook actually for more than 25 years, and when I first met him, he was a chubby, bushy-headed little troll, working at a shitty job, hanging out with losers. 25 years later, nothing much has changed. But really, Brook... Go ahead. Okay. But really, Brook is quite a catch, so why doesn't Brook have a girlfriend? I will tell you why. Because he's a fucking fag. He sucks cock. When I think of Brook, two words come to mind: fuck face. And I mean that literally. Brook sucks so much alley cock, his Yuya looks as beat up as Lisa Fisher's vagina. Brook used to be a terrible drunk, and he gave that all up to become a fantastic stoner. Yeah, so Brook smoked so much weed, Humboldt, the city, named a street after him. It's called Buttfucker Boulevard. Yes. Yeah, and he's a fantastic drummer, unless you need him to keep time or keep a beat. Otherwise, you know. But he's good. Brook hates beers, actually. He has one, but he hates it. The only reason he has one is because his boyfriend loves the way it tickles his balls and his face. Right, Nels? Brook has spent thousands of dollars buying oranges and flowers from Mexicans on the freeway off-ramps. He figures eventually it's going to pay off because one of these days he's bound to meet his biological father. Eventually. Right? What are the odds? So what the hell kind of name is Brook Dalton for a Mexican? Embrace your culture, sir. What are you afraid nobody wants to fuck a wetback? I got some news for you. That's not why they're fucking you. They're not fucking you. I mean, that's not why they're... Okay. Brook likes to make a little cash. So you can find him at the lunch breaks at DW out in the park like going, "Chiclet, chiclet, chiclet." It's true, Brooke. Brooke's longest relationship was with a crazy, kinky, dirty whore that loved cock as much as she loved drugs. He finally had enough of her dirty, whoring ways that he said, "Look, I'm done. I'm leaving, Mom." Brooks prides himself on being a humanitarian lover of all people, but apparently, judging by the crowd, he's not really into the blacks. Brooke did have a black friend, but he wound up kicking him out of his house for threatening to kill him. But you might threaten to kill Brooke too if he accused you of stealing the silverware. Ouch. Well, it's true. And Brooke has a master's degree in English literature. He could have been a teacher, where he'd be in a position of power in front of hot, young, impressionable females. But what did he do? He takes a job as a shipping clerk with a bunch of young, hairy, sweaty dudes. Now, you're not gay. True story. Years ago at grad night, I'm trolling around. Here comes Brooke. He's bug-eyed, breathing heavy, sweating. He goes past, and I find out later on, at first I thought it was because of the ecstasy he took, but then I found out that he had just been on the Matterhorn ride, saw the Yeti, and thought he saw his biological father. And I'm only halfway done. 86 Hastings, a vortex of perpetual adolescence, a disease shrine to nerdy, ironic coolness. The living room looks like you walked into Fernando's check cashing. If Brooke took down the worthless crap, I'm sorry, art, yeah, on his walls, the walls would buckle. Do you think that I'm wondering, do you think that all the art on the walls is an attempt to distract people from the gaping sadness of the chubby closet queer down that lonely hallway in the back room, jerking off to bad indie music, reading bad underground poetry, wishing you could dance, just fucking dance? Brooke is so gay, a double rainbow shoots out of his ass every morning when Nels pulls his cock out. Hello! Stop messing with my jokes, Nels. Nels, speaking of Nels, a lovable lush. Well, he's a lush nonetheless. I'm not saying Nels has a drinking problem, but wait, yeah, I am saying Nels, you have a serious fucking drinking problem. You need to stop. Nels doesn't have a phone because he doesn't want to distract from his passion. Fucking high-quality, top-notch Billy-O's pussy. He says the best way to reach him is on Facebook. Actually, the best way to reach him is just take a beer, hold out the window, and crack it. He's like the fucking Flash. Nels' penis is so riddled with disease, the CDC has quarantined his sperm. Christ, your insides must stink like Lisa Fisher's pussy. I love you, Lisa. Oh, Nels' last girlfriend, Sam. Is Sam here?
Shit, asshole.
No. Oh. Well, at least Sam had the good sense to get out of the relationship while she was still just HIV positive. Good for her. Nels goes through underage girls like Brian goes through tampons, and I see a little period blood on your chair there, you pussy. Nels' brother Jared is the polar opposite of Nels, a responsible, respectable family and businessman. But there is a commonality. Jared works for the city, Nels works the streets. Nels actually went to college and he has a degree in psychology. Sorry. Yeah, and how much did your dad flush down the shitter on that one now? Jesus Christ. I hope he's got enough left over for your imminent liver transplant. Now, look, you can be a wealthy psychologist. I mean, think of all the money you're wasting. Look right here. Jesus Christ. I haven't seen this many emotionally broken people since I tucked my kids into bed tonight. Other assholes. That brings me to Steve, my good buddy Steve. Biff, Stew, anyone? This angry celibate gimp is an upstanding member of society today. You'll never hear him say things like chink, spit, kike, nigger. But he spray paints them all over town at nighttime. He'll never say it. You know, Steve broke his neck when he was 15 years old, and honestly, I don't feel sorry for him because I told him over and over and over again, you cannot suck your own cock. Steve went to college at Humboldt University where everybody is stoned out of their fucking mind. And you can get laid just by accident. And so what does Steve decide to study? Fisheries biology. Do you hate pussy that much? Steve's stepfather was a real piece of work. He'd say to him, "You're so stupid you couldn't stick your finger up a donkey's ass." Well, I don't know about his finger, but he's got no problem sticking his cock up a chicken's ass every time I turn around. Fucking chickens, fucking chickens. I'm not making it up. But Steve is a violent lover. In fact, every time he jerks off just to go to sleep, he wakes up with black eyes. Steve hasn't seen pussy in years until like 30 minutes ago when Brian showed him his. I'm like a reporter of the news. And speaking of Brian,
Take him down.
Brian is supposedly a very funny guy. I don't know anything about that. The one thing funny about Brian is his giant head. He looks like Rosie O'Donnell's retarded little sister. When Brian was 13, he asked his dad, "Dad, you think I'll ever grow?" And he's like, "Oh, of course, son, you're gonna grow. I bet you're gonna wind up being 6 feet wide." And look, he's almost there. And speaking of fat asses, Craig. Picture his own Ozzy Osbourne. He's a metal maniac and a family man. He looks like Ron Jeremy, rocks like Ronnie James Dio, and lives off of Ronald McDonald. He's got dreamy eyes and creamy thighs. If I had too many, and I looked into those beautiful eyes, I'd probably say the same thing your wife says to you every night. I'd suck your cock, but I can't find your tiny penis and all that fat. But Craig is a rock and roll motherfucker. That's true. Because he has fucked Tim's mom a lot. And hard. Tim Gross, the man with the really true last name. Tim, you look like Ichabod Crane fucked Squidward. You're so ugly. You're so ugly after your birth. Your mom didn't. The doctor didn't slap you or your mom. He ripped out her vagina and made her eat it. But you found love in Dana. Sweet, cute, lovely little Dana. And they say you knew it was a good thing when you saw it. But strangely, she's a perfect height to give you a blowjob while standing up. I don't know. Tim Gross, I have to hand it to you though. You have a fucked up name. And I applaud you for the strength. Growing up with such a lame, stupid name. Tim. Dr. Nick, where is that punk? The petrified Dr. Nick. Nick recently cleaned up his appearance. Look at him, he looks pretty good. Apparently the flower shop has a new dress code. He recently performed as Sid Vicious with the 86 Pistols. That was great job, awesome. The only difference between Sid and Dr. Nick is Sid had the foresight to kill himself when he realized his life was worthless. Eric Rodriguez, my old pal, Eraser. He's currently in training to get his Buddhist GED certificate. Tell me, when you've attained enlightenment, will you stop trying to fuck me up the butt, you ginger ass rapist?
I can't make any promises.
We'll work on it. Eric and my brother John have been best friends for decades. In fact, the reason Eric likes pussy at all is because the smell of it reminds me of what John's penis tastes like. And John was looking to get a bidet, but Eric offered just to suck John's asshole clean since his nose was already up there. Oh, and Eric's sweet wife Alicia. Oh, what a sweetheart. But poor Alicia is legally blind, as dumb as a box of rocks. I mean, she has to be, right? Come on. I mean, how the hell did that happen? Either Reiser is doing some mystical shit with that penis, that rotten, stinky penis, or Alicia just reached the point where she's like, I don't give a fuck about anything anymore. So, let's see. I've got a few people that aren't here. So on that note, I will stop and we will play that wonderful video from Dustin. Yeah, let's do that.
Light switches. What? I think you gotta Is there any lights back there we can kill? No, I know. Let's see. We're searching. Tim, don't break anything.
Everyone's standing here looking around searching.
It's been pretty loud.
Everyone looks kind of.
Did anyone move? Nothing back here.
Look at that.
Don't worry about it.
Who planned this thing?
That's the first thing you think of.
Sorry guys, we're super organized.
With Nels organized.
Yeah, 100%
Oh wow. Who knew?
It's obvious that's where the lights are.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty loud.
You 40-year-old fat motherfucker. Hey, sorry I couldn't be here tonight, but honestly, I heard Tim was telling jokes and I just had to get the fuck out of there. I can't sit through that shit again. You know, the only thing worse than Tim telling jokes is Nels trying to roast. You guys remember last year, Nels sounded like Bobcat Goldthwait and Arnold Schwarzenegger's retarded child. You know, I was thinking of having some of Brooks' most recent girlfriends come and stand in for me, but when I tried to contact them, I was looking at Balboa's yearbook, and apparently they don't list the phone numbers. I don't know if you guys know this, but Brooke has an affinity for the younger ladies. Young and crazy, not Heather Morgan crazy. Crazy. Speaking of Brooke being a pedophile, true story, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Brooke almost got arrested one year for showing his bare ass to a bunch of teenage boys. Imagine that fucking trial. Exhibit A, Your Honor. A man's house is full of comic books and fucking action figures. Exhibit B, his roommate's full of fucking painted clown pictures. You know, Nels finally got rid of those clown paintings. That only took 3 years. Great idea, genius. Woman wakes up and looks at a fucking scary clown painting. The fuck were you thinking, genius? Speaking of never getting laid, Brian G's in the house. Right about the time Brian G starts his set is when you guys want to go get another drink. Trust me, you're not missing a thing. You know, Nels, great lineup, by the way. Brian G and Tim, you really brought the comedic guns there. The only person who can book a worse show in this town is John Scheimer. Okay, what's next? The skinheads are gonna come in? Hey, is John wearing his skinny jeans tonight?
Yes, I am.
The best thing in your life right now is to put a skirt on fucking Steve and do the road. But I digress. The real reason we're here is for Brook Dalton. I mean, he's turning 40. How many years is that in Wookiee? About 170? I'm not going to sit here and talk about all the hairy jokes because you fucking amateurs have already touched that all night long. What I really want to talk about is the sheer reality of things. I mean, look at this guy. On his best day, he looks like a fucking broken down Paul Giamatti with a good comic book collection. His greatest achievement in life is putting on a tug-of-war and kickball tournament. For God's sakes. He waits for Nels to bring women home, get too drunk, pass out, and then he tries to play football. Which, by the way, women, word to the wise, if you ever go home to Brook Dalton, the worst thing is not waking up to Brook Dalton. It's waking up next to Brook Dalton having Mark Stewart leering at you. I'm pretty sure one of Dalton's ex-girlfriends literally left him for a bottle of pills and a $2 chuck. When Dalton wakes up in the morning, I'm pretty sure he looks at himself in the mirror and says, well, if it came down to it, between me and Dr. Nick getting laid, well, I'd probably win. I bet when Dalton was a little kid, he never thought he'd grow up to have his entire day consisting of ordering pieces of wood and dodging fart jokes from Mark Stewart. Go on, you captain of industry. Seriously though, we're all here for Dalton. He's a beautiful, selfless man, and I really believe that he's the reason this scene is so tight, and we could not do without him. So here's to you, Dalton, you hairy fuck.
Good job, Dustin. That was great, man. Where'd you go?
Yeah, he had the lazy eye.
Magic?
He had the Jordan drawl.
You lifted that ass.
Whoa. Excuse me, pal. Okay, well, that was awesome. But me not having a beer is not awesome.
Yeah, I feel that same way. I got Joey.
Mark Stewart, ladies and gentlemen. Well, people do know him.
Not so much anymore.
Okay, so next, here's a man. Here's a man who was a child actor, and now he just acts like a child. The highly dysmorphic Mr. Brian Granillo.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Oh, we couldn't have kept the lights on?
I'll get you in.
All right. Oh my God. Seriously, I'm really not happy to be here. I'm not serious. I'm being serious. And you couldn't have found a shorter podium? Thank you. It's great to be here. Seriously, though, in the salubrious confines of the Sportsman. And the bustling miasma of downtown Ventura is very lovely. It's great to see all of your ugly faces. I volunteered to be the first roaster because I'm the most bloodthirsty motherfucker on this panel, and I'm really gonna. No, I hate roasts. Honestly, I'm not happy to be here.
It looks like you like roast a lot.
Right, you pot roast? No, you're right. I do. That's good. That's a homonym. I appreciate you pointing that out. These are the kind of things that make people nervous, you know. So I just want to assure you, the audience and the panel, that this is a safe space. And
Safe for what?
safe for jovial joking abouts, which is what we're about to do, right? Get on board here. Come on. We're like 20 minutes into the show. The fucked up thing is, though, that, like, I gotta see all these people later. Like, Bob Saget doesn't ever get to hang out with Flavor Flav. Like, this is... So I didn't want to... I wanted to keep it positive in 2012. This is my whole thing. And I didn't really want to, like, rag on people and stuff. So I'm just gonna try and keep it up. Keep it light, you know? I'm happy to... You know, I'm gonna get shit later, too. I don't mind it. I appreciate it. So far, it's been jokes about my height and my weight. Great job. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. Keep it going. Oh my God. I'm not a professional comedian, and neither are any of these people. This year has been miserable. I don't like any of you people anymore. I don't have friends. I don't really know what I'm doing here, other than that, you know, I just want to, like, yeah, no, I'm getting to the... I haven't written anything that I can read on this paper. But let me just, like, take a look around for a second, because I haven't really, I've been so enraptured by Joe Lombardo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, have another round of applause for this. Soak it up, Joe. You enjoy it. Let's see. Let's go into the prepared material that I have here. I understand that Candace Scheimer is here. Name, like Candace Scheimer. It's so nice. No, it's really nice to see you, though. Honestly, I hadn't had a chance to say hi to you yet. Hi. I understand you're doing really well. You won the scavenger hunt this year. First place, right? And then second place at Nardcore Bowling, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, like, what you could have taken first? What did we learn from that? You know? Was that disappointing? And there's just because that's what happens when you don't cheat, is when you get second place. What are you rooting about? She cheated the scavenger hunt. Are you upset about it? Take it up with her, asshole. God damn. Tim Gross, you're clapping the loudest. Hold up. Yeah, no, Joe was right about Tim Gross's name. It's really ridiculous, right? Tim had a roast last year, and nobody showed. Are you upset by that? Is that disappointing at all that there are more people here at your roast? I'm going to use a joke that I used against Tim last time at that roast, because most of you people weren't here for it. Tim Gross, that's not actually his real name. He changed it. Do Tim Gross, if you can believe that. It used to be Tim Gross Cummy Butthole. That was a good move. He changed it because he moved to Oxnard. I don't know why. That's what I asked. That's what he said when I asked him. Craig, glad Craig Kasamis is here. It's fun to hang out with all the time. Thank you, by the way, for including the word fucking in your band's name. Because it helps me express exasperation when people ask, like, who's playing tonight? It's like, oh, the fucking round. I've been to so many of your shows, it almost made me forget that metal is for little kids. Dr. Nick is here, he's in the back. He's awesome. I love Dr. Nick. He once confided in me that if I were a woman, he'd take me on a date. Do you remember that, Nick? When you were arrested for masturbating in public? Do you remember that? I was almost flattered until I learned that he's not a real doctor. It's really rough. And of course, Nels is here. Everybody give it up for Nels. Everybody's going to rip on Nels tonight, so I decided to do the opposite. And I honestly love Nels. He's great. He's polite. Yeah, that guy. He's polite. He's always happy to see me. Always good for a smooch in public. I don't understand why he always looks like he's wet. Now hold on. My turn to talk. Just chill the fuck out. Shh. No. Nels always looks like he's wet. People say that he has a drinking problem. I think it's because he can't get any of it in his mouth. Joe? You're a cool guy. I like you. No, like the nicest thing I'd say about Joe is that his comedy is unbearable. I've seen funnier pictures of tumors, and that is not a joke. I've actually been shown funnier pictures. But I don't like making fun of people's appearance. You know, I shaved my beard yesterday, and it was kind of had to do with growth. I'll get to that in a second. But like, people are like, "Oh, you look like Ron Swanson or a child pornographer," and I'm like, "That's fucked up." First of all, to make fun, because that's the easiest thing to do is make fun of someone's appearance. Like, for example, it'd be rude to say to Craig's face that he looks like Ron Jeremy. I think that's fucked up. Or that GLB looks like Bob Seger. Well, no, I mean, he does. That's okay. But it's like, I'm not going to say that to his face. You know? I'm not going to tell Tim Gross that he looks like the alien from Mac and Me. That's fucked. That's just rude. And I don't want to be rude in this day and age. That's the alien's name? Oh, well, thank you. Thanks for that, guys. Fuck, that's not really prudent. It's just that everybody looks like somebody, you know? Like, half of you guys look like extras from Sons of Anarchy. And I still hang out, like, it's fine. It's just upsetting to you guys, I imagine. No, I know, I'll get mine, I don't mind. I mean, I'm not that great, is the thing. Is that I don't feel comfortable roasting people, because, like, I'm short, as previously stated. I'm a pothead and unemployable, and I don't contribute to society in any way, really. But beyond that, you know, I get to hang out with cool people. Or at least I thought I hung out with cool people. I thought I hung out with like really cool, attractive people, and then I stopped drinking. And truthfully, I would have stopped a long time ago, except that I was afraid that I'd become as boring as Brooke at parties. No, it's exactly what happened. Don't worry, I was right. Listen, this is not fun for me. Truthfully, I don't know very much about Brook, and I've known him for a while. He and I used to have the same kind of cell phone. He spends a lot of money on comic books and pills, and then when I asked him, he said that he doesn't have any trouble sleeping most of the time, which is weird that he would spend all his money on those things. He hates lotion, is another thing I know about him. I can't think of anyone I'd rather put lotion on less than that guy. And then a lot of to-do is made of how much like body hair he has. You'll probably hear a lot about that in the next couple of people. Yeah, I've seen his body, and it's not that hairy, right? I've seen his penis. That's the hairiest part of it. I swear to God. No, it's true. I told you, I didn't write any jokes. This is all fucking crazy true. But kids look up to you guys. At 86, I talk to young kids sometimes. I do, and I know you're like, of course you do, on set. You a child pornography maker? This is going away, by the way, this mustache, in like 15 minutes. But no, the point of, like I mentioned before, was that you have to earn your beard, okay? And like, for a dude, for a grown man who's, like, I can look at Craig, and Craig has fucking earned his beard. He's got 2 kids, he's in a band, and he rocks a lot and stuff. Brook, I could contend that he hasn't earned his beard. And I'm gonna say that you should shave it. And that's it. Like, I just don't think you have what it takes. Yeah, it's true. I mean, you're gonna get like gray streaks in your beard. And you haven't really earned it. I mean, well, look, like, when it comes to being a man and, like, fucking people, and I'm looking at a lot of you guys, just have beards, and you haven't fucking earned them. Go ahead, you might as well just, like, glue some tobacco to your face. It's not, like, you haven't earned them, right? And that's just something I thought of. It's like, it's not maybe a half-baked idea, but seriously, shave that fucking beard. Alright, think about it. I don't have really anything else, except that I don't like anybody here, and it's that, what else is the thing else that I'm supposed to say? Get a taller podium. Yeah. Alright, yeah, that's it, I'm done. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And happy birthday.
You know, Ryan, you're gonna get rid of your mustache in a few minutes, you said, but making out the wall it won't do it. You gotta shave that shit off. And I was looking at your jacket, and the jacket label says ambiguous. I mean, how many jokes right there?
Let's see, let's hear some. Get a moment, Ryan.
Anyway, next, this next guy. Up, no, a little bit. Sure. We're gonna hear from Nels, and I like to call Nels' liver Tupac because it's black and full of holes. Nels.
Let's hear it for Joe. Is there anybody funnier than Joe? The answer to that is yes. Except for maybe Brian Granillo. Sorry, Brian. I'm going to make this quick and embarrassing. I just want to start out with a quote. That's from Kasamis. He says that to his wife every night. Seriously, Craig's penis is so small, his nickname in China is Tiny Dick.
That's a quote I say every night.
Well, no. That quote before was, "You're going to make this quick and embarrassing." You totally didn't get it. He's stupid, too. You're stupid. Craig, I love you, man. What? Heather? Shh. I love Craig. On a scale of 1 to 10, he's a 747. Right, Craigie? Sure. A lot of people don't know something about Craig. He was a huge Christian. Let me rephrase that. He was a fat Christian. Maybe the fattest. Not too sure. So he flips on his core beliefs, and I don't know if I can trust him about that kind of stuff, and the only advice I can actually take from you is what to order on the menu. And I guess that's apparently everything, right? So, I don't know. No, I'm just joking. He's actually a light eater. When the light comes on, he starts eating. He actually helps me stay in shape. I just run laps around him. Sorry, that's the only thing I got in here. Yeah, I mean, shit, man, you're so fat. When you go on vacation, you just roll over. He's kind of dangerous. He was recently arrested at the airport for smuggling 50 pounds of crack in his underwear. And it's cheap. Ryan wrote that. Sorry. I know things can't go any worse tonight because Dustin's in Georgia. So I'm feeling good about that. He's there because he's teaching a 4-day seminar on how to make everybody uncomfortable getting real drunk. Mark Stewart took it, so we know it works. I mean, it was surprising he was invited in the first place, because the only place he's invited is outside. Look, people, it's a fucking comedy hour. I'm not as funny as Brian Granillo. Shit. Brian, you have a great personality, but not for a human being. I love you, Brian. I'm not haven't got to you yet. I'm just gonna talk about Dr. Nick for a second. Doc, he was so scared to be here today, like frightened, terrified. He's terrified of being roasted, which incidentally is the same reason he's terrified of being at a luau. Don't worry, Doc, if you ever go to luau, I don't think they have an apple big enough to fit in your mouth. So, you're safe. It's not really fair getting up here and making fun of you, because you're not up here, and, you know, you're yourself, and that's just bad enough. It's like kissing. Sorry, I love you. It's like kicking a defenseless animal. I don't know how I said that. It's a defenseless animal. It's like kicking a bratty, lazy, stinky, retardedly strength, mean-spirited, gossipy, defenseless animal. I don't want to do that, so I'm not. You laughed at me. Stop it. I don't know. You're the fucking English major.
Retarded strength.
Oh, Joe, you did a great job tonight.
Thank you.
I saw your kid at the supermarket, and I asked him what you were getting for Christmas, and he said, fat and lazy. So, I just took him his word. I wish we were better strangers. I really do. because I don't like you very much. Yeah, the more I think about you, the less I think about you. You know what I mean? You do serve one useful purpose in this planet, and that's as a horrible example. So, I don't have anything else to say about you. I mean, you're fat and you're bald, but that's not really funny. I'm glad that the Keebler Ale Factory gave Brian Granillo the time off to be here tonight. And I kind of missed the goatee. It did cover up the shame. So that's something to be, I mean, you shaved it. I see a little bit. Mustache looks good. Kinda. I'm sure everybody knows that Brian was an actor. And he was a child actor.
Not funny.
Well, no, it wasn't funny. It was a really good movie. I saw it 5 times. And Troll might be one of the best movies I've seen in the longest time. Because, and Troll 2, I'm glad you weren't in that because that sucked. It was a terrible movie. Troll 2 was terrible. Troll 1, I don't know if they called it Troll 1, it's just Troll. But you're really good in it. I thought so. You're going to be very angry. He's going to be very angry about this after this because dwarves have a terrible temper. Brian, don't look at me like that, man. You're such a great drummer. He's a great drummer, you guys, and he has a lot of talent, and I think you should put it to use and maybe join Nickelback. Just long enough for you to cause the band to fall apart. Because we don't need to hear that band anymore. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, Brian, if you ever need a friend, just get a dog. Just get a dog. Tim, anyone here see the new Muppet movie? I haven't, but my favorite Muppet's Tim. Anyway, I don't know. He's as tall as a bench, but a bench can support family of 4. I don't know. Oh yeah, I totally fucked that one up, right? Shut up, Heather. I don't want to hear it. Heather, shouldn't you be at home or thinking about, oh, I gotta feed the kids later, or all she's thinking about is, should I eat that pill I found at the bar? Swallow it. Tim, I don't think you're ugly, okay? But that's just my opinion against thousands of others. Have you been tested for the zombie virus? Because somebody should probably check you out. Guys, I'm just gonna borrow his face for a few days because my ass is going on vacation. Yeah. Brian wrote that. It's amazing because Tim has such beautiful children on the outside. Of course I'm joking. I mean, when Nosferatu has children, they're going to be a little mischievous. I know. Bad up here. Yeah, Brooks told some bad jokes too. Steve, you look like a professional blind date. And I fucked up. Sorry. When you were born, something terrible happened. You lived. And maybe a lot of people don't know this, but Steve doesn't have very long to live. This time of crisis in his life. Yeah, I don't know if you know it either. I talked to a doctor. And, you know, he shows what a big heart he has. He's leaving his entire estate in trust to his girlfriend. Of course, you can't touch it till she's 14. So, that's kind of a dickhead move. Dude, I'm sorry, I'm not being rude. You just don't matter. Okay? Man of the hour, Brook Dalton. Brook Dalton. Part Kenny Loggins, part Jim Jones, part Peter Pan. When I grow up, I want to be exactly like whatever Brook's going to be when he finally grows up. That's my dream. Brook may be an adolescent monkey trapped in the body of a gorilla, but he has surprisingly created a great disguise, surrounding his environment with so many distractions. People just don't know to pay attention like I have. He's a tricky little monkey. But you know what? He gave up drinking, and I'm gonna have to give you credit for that. Do you want me to shoot you down again, Heather? Because I will. Jesus Christ.
I forgot the age.
I was saying how he gave up drinking, Tim. Good. That's what you get. That's it. It says shut up, Heather. Oh. It is hot in here. He's been drinking. No. So he gave up drinking. And, you know, that's hard for a sober guy, because every time you're in the bar, you're the creepy dude. So, I feel for you. And, you know, I guess tonight I'm getting joked about. I'm a drinker. I have no morals. Thank God I'm not a female 20 years older. I'd be fucking Brooks' perfect fucking woman. I don't want to give the impression that all the women Brooke have dated have been super slutty, drug-addicted drunks. I don't want to give that impression, but it's hard to beat the facts, people. I just wish that one of Brooks' ex-girlfriends were here tonight. They could see how much his friends love him and how much he's grown, and when they laugh really hard, we could see vodka and or semen shoot out of their nose. Brook is so horny. He always has sex on his mind, but you can't fault the guy. He has pubic hair on his head. Maybe we'll shave it off for the new year. After all, 2012 is going to be a big year for Dim. It's Dakota Fanning's becoming legal. So it's good for you. I mean, he likes young chicks, you know. Takes them out on play dates. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but Dalton was almost arrested for exposing himself to children. Seriously. He was a baby's hair away from being a sex offender. But before you get the wrong idea, it wasn't his fault. Those kids weren't hanging out in front of their house looking sexy. Never would have happened. His words, not mine. Brooks is a vegetarian. He cares a lot about animals, but also he has to wear special underwear to cover up his giant vagina. Well, you have a vagina. It's huge. Look, you have headaches. Maybe it's because it's common in people with gigantic heads. You should be doing aspirin commercials. Be a star. You use a mattress for a pillow. Isn't that true? I don't know. I heard that. Do me a favor, Dalton. Shave all your body hair off, get yourself some tight clothes, and go as a bobblehead for Halloween. I think Brook Dalton has taught us all that 40 is the new 12, right? I believe that. I will always cherish the initial misconception I had of you. But I just want to talk about your facial hair because it's been there forever, and he has a lot of it. He actually entered, that doesn't make any sense, entered some facial hair competitions. He went in for the best porn stash competition, and he came in, shaved his entire face, and just showed a picture of his closet. Pretty good stuff. And that's what I think about you, Brook Dalton.
Who knew the drunk was so funny? I had a couple of, your brother's not here, right? Nick? Oh, Christ. Happy birthday, Nick. I got a few jokes for you, Nick. Nick is here to honor his big brother. You all know Nick. He's the taller, more handsome, more Caucasian version of Brook. Growing up, Nick always thought of Brook as the really small gardener. Because he's Mexican, right? Brook always admired his brother for one quality that Nick had, that he did. Nick was totally white. Is that too racist?
Too far.
Fuck you. I do have a joke for Jimmy Myro. Is he out there?
Yeah, he's in the bar.
Oh, Jimmy, I have 2 words for you.
Fuck you!
It's actually for you and Dan Gentry. 2 words. Suicide pact. Cut me off. Oh, we lost the sound. 2 words for Jimmy Myro and Dan Gentry. Suicide pact. It's funny the second time. All right, hey, listen. Let me get to my deal here.
Good material? Who's next?
Look. Now, Tim, coming up. This guy really has made a name for himself in our community. And if you don't believe me, just look him up on Megan's Law.